Hello humans and welcome to Atlas Mega 10 Mondays. It's that time again when we discuss all things Atlas and all things Shin Megami Tensei and everything else in between in the Atlas universe. So sit back, relax, and let's see what we're going to talk about today in the Atlas Mega 10 universe. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. On today's episode... Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Oh guys, this is the year I told you I wanted to share my collection with you and build up my collection for Atlas. And today we have Kartia, the Word of Fate. Now guys, this game in Japan, it's actually called Rebus, and here in the US, interesting story, it was a Blockbuster exclusive rental at first. That is why you find a lot of copies without a manual. And then afterwards it was released with a manual, like you see here. This particular copy is in a pristine condition. Europe also got it, but Europe it was called The Legend of Kartia. Now, let's get into the wiki of the game because I know you guys love that when we go over and just talk about a little bit about the history of the game. This came back out in 1998. That's right, it was the year of Britney Spears coming out and all that music. For me, it was the Beastie Boys that I remember fondly from that time. Anyway, guys, the Word of Fate, Kartia, or simply Kartia, is known as the Legend of Kartia in Europe and Rebus in Japan, as I said. And it's a tactical role-playing game developed and published by Atlas for Sony's PlayStation video game console in 1998. Interesting thing about this game, it's best known for the artwork and art designer Yoshitaka Amano, who had previously worked on the Final Fantasy series. Also of note, I'm trying to pronounce this right, Shigenori Soejima, another artist who would later be known for his work on the Persona series, also contributed to this game. So that's pretty cool. As far as the gameplay is actually divided into two volumes between these two characters. His name is Toxica Classico, and he's in the first volume. In the second volume, and you can choose between both these stories, guys. That's what makes this game replayable. Is about Lacrima Christi. Each has its own volume, but the storylines intertwine into one major plot, and that's pretty cool. You know, as far as the plot, the story takes place in the world of Rebus, primarily within the areas of the Crossland Idris, Nordia, and Pentagram. The game is actually broken into 36 chapters, 18 in Tox's scenario and 18 in Lacrima's scenario. Now guys, the prices for this thing, they're not cheap, right? You can find it as low as $100, and in something in this condition, pristine like this is, you're looking at, $130, $140. This is what makes these collectibles, right? Because they're rare. There just isn't many copies. These games are not rare because of the graphics or anything like that, but the stories are potent. It is a good game if you follow the story, if you are familiar with playing these type of games, these tactical RPGs. It's semi-decent. There is one annoying character in there that's just a douchebag. But other than that, if you're able to grab the disc for a great price, or if you want to emulate it, it's a fun ride. I started playing it here and I'm still getting used to the mechanics. As you guys know, I'm barely getting into these types of games, and this is what I look forward to playing in the twilight of my gaming career, if you would like. But yeah, man, it's nice looking back. When I look back at these games, I also like looking back at the times, and what was going on back then, and the music of the time mostly. And I remember the Beastie Boys fondly, and it's hard to imagine that, you know, some of our heroes are gone. You know, some of the BC boys are gone. Intergalactic was the song that I was rocking to back in the day. You know, and I was working at this particular job it was okay. You know, it wasn't a bad job, and I lived pretty close to work. Things were, you know, pretty decent at the time, and I remember, you know, spending time with my kiddos, and we didn't have a lot, but what we had was great, you know. And I'm glad I get to you know, go back and grab these games and share them with people, share them with you, play them for the first time, which is half the fun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the intro, and you guys can check out the old retro graphics, you know, that to me they're just full of nostalgia for me. You know, I don't look at the imperfections of the game. I look at what was and what is now, and man, what a great ride it's been, you know, and amazed that Atlas has been with us so long, you know, throughout its troubles and what have you. It's still survived, and it's still putting out great content. So that's pretty awesome, guys. Well, I want to thank you for joining me on another Atlas Mega 10 Monday for these little quick reveals of games in my collection. Remember, guys, I'm here every Monday putting out a video for Atlas Mega 10 Monday, a game in my collection. I also do videos on Sundays, and from time to time I'll put out current games on Wednesdays, or anything that I'm thinking about, I'll do a third video. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Remember, never ever be afraid to be happy, and I'll take you out with the intro. Take care. New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.